on my dreams. There's nothing to do but believe. Just believe.
I'm here today because I've been asked by the government to look at local and town centre retailing and see what we can do to promote and harness a more prosperous and diverse high street. What I need to do is to look at the reason, the cause why our high streets are starting to decline. So the first things I'll be doing is looking at the worst affected areas, but more importantly what I'll be doing is looking at what do consumers want, what do they need, and what is local high streets in the future that will make buzzing, thriving and very relevant high streets to the consumer. The new ideas will come from what the customer needs.
But in other parts of London, distinctive local shops are under serious threat, just at a time, ironically, when the government is trying to champion the traditional high street. Lucinda Lambton has visited a parade in Shepherd's Bush where the shopkeepers are seriously worried about their future.
With the massive complex Westfield having opened up just down the road, developers and the local council want to glitz up the market and nearby Goldhawk Road, meaning these shops will have to be pulled down.
Just breathe. Just believe.
Georgian London was changing shape and changing style. It was a beast with two heads, split between the rich and poor, unstoppable. By 1750, the capital was home to 10% of the population of England.
This is the story of an average sort of fellow who lives in a nice average neighborhood in a nice average town. Every night he comes home to his nice average house, and in due time he goes to sleep.
I think London has this very specific sense of being a kind of mound or an earthwork, really heaped up, because we've never had those great civic structures that some of the other more rational cities like Paris have gone for, or New York. We've never gone for the grid form, we've never gone for a unified overall system, because what's in London always is the kind of mercantile interests. I've got my shop here and you're not going to shift me, you know, and he's got his business there, so I'll build it in this style, you'll build it in that style. Let's get this incredibly heavy cross-section through the geology of London, which incorporates all the stories and all the myths, and I don't think there's any other city that quite has that.
I find suburbia eerie, very beautiful. I find it a painful place. So many people have lived their lives here, their sheds have rotted, their cats have died, the cars rusted, cans of paint have dried out, the wife's grown a beard, you know, and then it's all gone and someone else moves in.
The public realm has to inform us not only where we are geographically, but it has to inform us where we are in our culture, where we've come from, what kind of people we are, and it needs to afford us a glimpse to where we're going in order to allow us to dwell in a hopeful present.
"20, 30 years, I think, you might start to get something a bit like this. We have something that's very human, this rich mix, that's very complex, you know. If they can come up with something that is a compromise, they put that to the members. We're not anti-Olympics, you know, we think it's great, some bits of this area need regenerating, but let us be part of that. It's an act of vandalism, very short-term thinking to just delete it.